Okay, good evening, everyone. This is the Southwick Agricultural Commission work session for May 22nd, 2024. We do have a quorum with myself, Bert Hansen, Sage Fury, Angie Simone, Zach Barnett, and Jen DiPietro and Tom Jalosh. So thanks, everyone, for being here. Okay. All right, so getting to the agenda, a couple things under public comments, which these are not exactly public comments, but they're things I found out about yesterday, so I'm going for it. I heard from Lynn Blair at the library. She is hosting a program on beekeeping Wednesday, August 21st. That's cool. With the Hampden County Beekeepers Association. She'd like to know if we want to co-sponsor, which wouldn't cost us to. There may be an honorarium for the presenter. The library is going to cover that, but they would just like us to help promote it and help out basically.
How close is that to Farm Day?
It's like 3 days after.
I'd like to go to it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I think that would be interesting for sure.
Yeah. So I'll make a motion that we co-sponsor the public library beekeeping program on August 21st.
I second that.
Zach seconds. Okay, roll call. Bert Hansen, aye. Zach.
Aye.
Sage. We'll wait a second.
I read
Ian?
lips. He said aye.
Oh, good, Tom. Thank you. That's a good skill, Tom.
I'm not very good at it, but that one I could tell. Very limited.
Yeah. Angie,
Aye.
Jen,
Aye.
and Tom.
Aye.
Okay. Also, I don't have information to give you, but from Tammy yesterday, I got a link to a story on Mass Live from MDAR. They are establishing an ice cream trail to represent dairy farms in the state, something like 95 farms. I don't have any further information at this point. They're going to announce what farms are part of it, I think in June, it said. So hopefully some farms around here will be.
I would imagine Grand Valley too.
Yeah. I don't know about places like Summer House.
No, they're not a farm.
They're not a farm and they don't make their own ice cream.
No,
So I'm not sure, but anyway.
but malicious.
Malicious,
I
yeah.
think he's technically a farm. Yeah.
Could be, yep. So more to come on that, and as soon as we have more, we can promote that as well. The community garden update. There's 27 plots. 7 are in reserve because they're on that south side and they're more shady, and we're also going to put our water tanks there. So that means there's 20 available. We have 2, one kind of for storage of fencing material and stuff like that, and one that we wanted to have as our own plot. So that means there's 18 available. 16 are reserved right now, so only two are left unless we open up those reserved. So so that's good.
Did you send me that information so that I
Sure.
can put it up on the website?
Absolutely. Yep.
Any update on the paying for the water tanks?
No.
I reached back out to him, said we voted to buy them.
Yep.
But you should be hearing from someone from the town about it.
Yeah, Cindy,
I don't think he has yet.
okay, I think she said she emailed them about the W-9s
Okay.
that they have to provide, and we do now have Harbor Freight
Oh, cool.
as a vendor,
That's good.
for the pump. But I don't know yet on Tiny. And I don't know if we've said this to the whole group, but in terms of getting things through IBS, we go through the Building and Grounds Department.
Okay.
Hillary, can't think of her last name, but anyway, Hillary. So we'll contact her.
Okay. I mean, they can probably get us to pump and
Yeah.
everything.
Yep, so hopefully that's moving along.
I had
I
a
talked-
question. Oh, sorry.
Sure, go ahead.
Regarding our plot, do we have a number of our plot? So like maybe we can start, I was thinking of starting to go out there and add stuff
Yeah.
to it or,
She's eager.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'll get back to that point in a second. It's plot number 2, and I
Okay,
think I sent around a map to you guys recently, but if not,
yes.
I can resend. And right now, there's some of our stuff is there, the fencing materials, and I'm gonna move I actually 14 on the other end of the garden. I mowed that the other day, and I'm gonna put a tarp down and put all the fencing stuff there, so no weeds and stuff. So 2, as of tomorrow or the next day, 2 will be available.
Okay.
And I wanted to bring that up, Jen, about how are we gonna manage this, actually? I mean, I'm the garden caretaker, but I don't really want to take on a plot.
Right.
Well,
There
Well, I
there is
can-
one.
Sorry,
We all want to talk.
sorry.
The one thing I just wanted to let you know that I have an idea about the plots, especially because people get them even in the middle of the summer.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
wondering if maybe we should put together some barriers, like just the black shrouded barrier, and put them on each plot that hasn't been sold or taken yet. This way, we keep the weeds non-existent, and we
Oh.
also have it ready for them to go. You know, they're not like going to go there and be like, "Oh, now I got to weed it and mow it and all this before I can even do anything."
Right.
Let's just stop it right in the beginning.
You talking about
That's a
landscaper?
great idea.
Like landscape
Yeah,
plot
just
thing? Yeah,
yeah, perfect stuff. It blocks it out. The light can't get through, and you're saving the ground, ready for them to go.
because there was last year, I don't know, July, August, some people came and wanted to get a plot, and the weeds
Oh,
were,
yeah.
3 feet tall at least.
I tried doing no mow May. Oh, it's impossible. I had to mow.
Oh yeah, that was sprouting like crazy.
Yeah,
And there's
Yeah.
5 weeks in May, so you know.
I mowed a little over a week ago and it's already back up to like
Yeah.
knee high. It's ridiculous.
Well, I was thinking, I don't know, I mean, I do a little bit of gardening here at the house, but I don't know much about it. I experiment a lot. I do have some seeds that I want to start here, and then possibly incorporate them. And you know, tilling, I don't know how big the area is. You know, I don't
Or
know
like
if there's a tiller involved, or we just do it by hand because I have some gardening tools that we can do. But I'm ready to try to pick a day sometime, maybe possibly this weekend, going over there and doing something to it. And I wanted to try to build a sign so that everybody knows. I was gonna try to create a sign so everybody knows that they're welcome to it and things like that.
good. Yeah,
So,
yeah, great. One of the gardeners, Jeff Parentella, he's been there several years, and he brought a rototiller over, and I used it a couple of times, but now he took it home. So
we could try to figure something out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I don't know how big the plot is, but I'll go check it out. And
Yeah, it's pretty good size, actually, 12 by 24.
12 by
I mean,
24, wow.
that is a good size.
okay, that's
When you're
awesome.
there, when you're there
Some of
weeding.
those shaded ones, I have enough lettuce seeds. We could make many, like hundreds of lettuce plants.
Well.
Why not?
Is it too late at this point, or is it just everybody's, I'm not sure timing wise, is it too late or too early?
You're
For
good. It's a
like-
good time.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Right now is a good time.
It's not gonna frost anymore, but it's
Right.
not summer yet, so.
True.
Even though it felt like it today.
Yeah.
Technically, I mean, you get 60 to 80 days. growing.
Yeah, right, yeah, so this is perfect time, and historically, the rule of thumb was, Memorial Day.
Mhm.
It's kind of changing, but.
Yeah, last few years anyway.
Yeah,
All right.
so Jen, if you want to get over there this weekend,
I do have to get a new rototiller, so.
Oh.
Because my garden destroyed mine.
Oh, no.
Rocks made it just
oh,
fall apart. So,
so it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, it works a little, but it's not fun.
It works till you put it to work.
Right.
Pretty much. Well, I might do that this week, actually, so.
Okay. And we can certainly, we
Are there
can,
big rocks in that garden?
no,
Okay.
over the years, you know,
Yeah.
we've been picking them up, you know,
Mine
and there's still some rocks.
Mine just keeps producing, every
Oh,
winter,
I
they
know.
just keep coming up.
That's how rocks are.
Yeah.
But there are no huge ones there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the biggest
Mine's
ones.
fine with like ones this size, but
Yeah.
once they get that big, it really
Yeah.
does a number on
The
it.
biggest
Gotta
ones
get
are like.
yourself a rock tumbler.
Mhm. What'd you say, Sage?
Gotta get yourself a rock tumbler.
I have the biggest rock tumbler they make, actually. I just bought that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, what does a rock tumbler do?
polishes rocks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Makes them nice, shiny, and you can sell them.
Yeah, I kind of gotten into that over the last like year.
That's cool.
I got way too many hobbies.
I knew there were gem tumblers. I know.
Yeah,
you
you
do
can do
regular old rocks.
Minerals, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, maybe that's a potential fundraiser.
Right.
Birthday.
Hmm.
Yeah, some of the rocks I've polished are really cool looking too, right
Yeah.
in my backyard.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe you can have a little display on Open Farm Day,
Maybe,
at one of the sites.
yeah, native rocks.
Yeah.
You're gonna start getting people to start digging a lot of holes.
Yeah.
We just pick these right up off the top of the ground.
Hmm.
We have to look for them.
Oh,
They're just
nice.
everywhere.
I'd love to see that sometime.
I'll send a picture.
Okay, well, that's good, on the community garden. For commission appointments, just a quick update. I think I've said to all of you that I was gonna, you know, step down as chair, obviously, we've talked about that. And I was thinking about becoming an alternate, but I think it would be better to stay on as a commissioner.
Is there really much of a difference?
Not really.
Other than having to resign.
Not really.
Not really, but
It's kind of a
somehow
pain.
it seems right. So there's still an opening for commission if I, you know, so I want to do that.
Okay.
And there's still an opening for, you know, Marissa's position as commissioner. And then there's Tammy is stepping down.
He's stepping out.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's not reapplying. And so there's at least her position.
3 positions.
Yeah. So anyway, just wanted to make that update.
When do you wanna
My own status.
officially do everything, like vote on everything?
Yeah, well, once we get reappointed,
Okay,
then the commission votes on,
okay.
you know, who's the chair and who's the vice chair and who's the secretary and or clerk. I mean. I think we've said,
So that could be months.
well,
I mean, well, that's the thing, though. This is the new select board, not the old select board. There's maybe possibility of time happening faster than
yeah.
than past.
It
Yeah, we
still
did-
works at the speed of government.
Yeah. They're speeding up a little bit. And of course,
I'm wondering, should I, now
Go ahead.
that we have a website, should I maybe put it on our homepage? We have 3 positions available if anyone's interested in joining up and trying to make farm magic. I mean, we have it. Why not use it?
We want to get them in before the appointments.
Right,
Otherwise they'd have to wait a year.
We have
Right.
3 or 2,
um,
because you're not leaving,
No.
no,
so
right.
that's not,
Probably 2.
Sons, Angie,
Yeah,
Sarah.
so you're not changing really, other than just stepping down.
Yeah, I'm just, right.
So
Just gonna stay.
you'll
as
still be a
commissioner.
full commission.
Right,
Tammy, Spot, and Morris.
So that doesn't even go through appointments really, because you're just getting reappointed.
right.
I
Right.
submitted
So I think it
my
is only- I
letter
think it
of,
is-
oh, sorry. I submitted my letter of interest to Lisa and to try to go for the full member, but I haven't heard back anything yet, so I am interested in that. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's still available, so I haven't heard anything, and I didn't know if our appointments are for AgCom is still on the table or off the table at the moment.
No, they're still
It's not
on the
till-
table. I don't think anybody's been, I
not
don't
till-
think any,
Not till July 1st.
right, right. So now, well, probably nothing's gonna happen, with Memorial Day this weekend,
No,
but in June, this all should be happening.
we tend to
Okay.
table, so.
Yeah. So, I think it is only two. I think you're right, Angie. It's the Marissa's position and Tammy's.
And those are both full.
No,
No.
only Marissa's was.
Oh, Tammy wasn't?
No, Tammy was an alternate.
Oh, I didn't, okay.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Unless
Oh my God.
Ron steps down. You said he was thinking about it?
Have you talked to Ron?
Not lately. His term isn't up
Oh,
right now, so,
Okay. You might wait till that's over.
yeah. He wasn't gonna reapply last time, and then he did.
He likes having something to do.
Yeah,
And we like him doing the garden.
well, exactly. Yeah.
I think
He lives to tear and mulch.
Okay, so that's the latest on that. That's available, that's available. Okay. So now, open farm day. I sent around, did like an hour ago, some lists of, the farms and the, volunteers and what towns should be involved, and there's some printed copies here. Let's see, we could start actually with, late last night, Marissa sent around, like a here, this is. And I think Sage and Jen and Tom, you should have these in your email. And it's basically the same thing as last year, a flyer.
Yeah.
And then this is the, just the cover of the brochure, because the inside of the brochure was a listing of all the farms, and we don't know that yet. So this is just the cover. So a quick update from Marissa, this, on both of these things, it talks about entering a drawing.
Yeah,
Which we're not gonna do.
I'll do that.
Um,
You can do it for Tom's iPad, though.
I do still have to talk to the Granville Scoop, but they do want to do it, so they can be added to that list.
That'd be great
Yeah,
if they were on it.
yeah,
Yeah, they definitely want to do it. I just got to talk to them about what we're looking for and all that, but they
Mhm.
definitely wanted to.
Mhm.
Tell them to bring the cows back.
Bring the cows back.
Oh, they used to have like hundreds of cows there.
Oh.
The last few times I've been there weren't cows.
There's a few, like not cows.
Like, there's a
but
few like in the back, but they used to have a huge, like,
Yeah. There's some goats, I think,
Yeah.
and.
but they had like a whole stable full of cows. I don't know what you call it, cows. I said,
I was actually there 2 weeks ago, and I saw one of their cows actually on the outside of the fence. I had to tell them, hey, you might want to go get your cow back in there.
oh, that happened to me. I was coming up, going home, and one of, the Solex cows was outside the fence running down the road. So I had to stop at their farm, like, you should probably go get your cow. Thing was sprinting, and all the other cows inside were like cheering it on, it seemed like.
Really?
Yeah.
Once they get out, they're gone.
Oh, that's funny.
They got weird aspirations.
Yeah. And, Inga did a lot of work on Farm Day last year.
Yeah.
And she's on board again this year.
Okay.
With, talking to the farmers, recruiting sponsors. We'll be working on these visuals, but if we look at the list, I've been reaching out to farms from last year, and they were, 413B. I'm assuming, I haven't heard from Blossoming Acres, but I'm assuming, haven't heard from Calabrese or College. Firefly Fields is all in, as you might expect.
Yeah, we gotta figure out better parking for them, though.
Yeah, and maybe we've even talked about hiring a cop,
Yeah.
possibly. Arnold's are in, Historical Society is in, and I've been thinking, maybe Granville Scoop would be there. Hopefully we said that,
Or could they have the truck, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And it wouldn't be competing with any other food source.
Right.
Just be there. The Historical Society meets tomorrow night. And they're gonna talk about this. I'm kind of assuming they don't want people roaming around inside the Morehouse or the museum with an ice cream cone.
true.
But,
It does allure, it brings people in.
yeah,
Oh, hey, we're here anyway. After my ice cream, I'll go look at the sites.
yeah. And I saw at the town meeting last night, a guy named Mark Folco, he's a new member of the EDC, and he said, well, he had just recently been to the Granville Scoop for the first time,
Mhm.
and he goes, oh man, I'm in love.
Yeah, it's a good place to go.
But he suggested maybe people go into the museum, get a ticket, come out and get their ice cream cone then and get, 10% off or something, or something like that. We'll see. But the Historical Society is definitely in again, and they're gonna have some special doings. I don't know what the doings will be, but and then I talked to Billy Crawford. Billy Sees Honey. He can't do it on
They don't do Sundays.
Sundays,
Yeah.
right? But I was wondering if there might be some people at his place who could do a tour. I wonder, he bought the Wilderness Experiences downtown.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, he's
cool.
gonna have a retail shop there. So I don't know if that'll be open, by
Probably not
August.
Sundays.
Yeah, probably, well, we'll see. I emailed Jack Feldman. He was talking about doing it last year, but he didn't really know what he was gonna do.
What does he have?
He sells in the fall, he sells onions and potatoes.
Oh, okay. Does he have hay too, or, no?
He does have
Straw?
some hay and some straw.
Didn't we get our straw bales from him?
We did actually,
Yeah.
that's right, exactly.
I don't have one.
Hey, he could always show them the process of making a hay bale. That's educational.
Yeah,
Ooh,
absolutely.
yeah,
We
Yeah.
have like a competition of who can throw a hay bale the farthest.
we did that at one of the tractor rallies.
That's what farmers do. They throw them all day.
How many
long.
back injuries?
Yeah, you might need to get some more insurance.
Yeah, and somebody at that,
At least a brace.
I think it was the fifth annual tractor rally, and it was the last one, because of COVID. We were talking about this, I forgot who this even was, but he says, this guy says, well, you should have a frying pan toss. And he said at the time, the number one frying pan toss person is a woman who lived in Westfield
Really?
at the time.
Didn't know that was competition.
I mean, either.
He's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
So,
Used to do a lot with that frying pan.
yeah. I emailed Ray's. I know Inga last year tried to get,
Yeah, they didn't want to do it for cigarettes.
yeah,
They're open on Sundays, right?
yeah,
I don't see why not. They have the greenhouses.
right.
Could try again.
We'll work on them, yeah. Marissa and I think you, Zach, too, have mentioned these sort of homesteader
Mhm.
type farms. I don't know who they are, but if we could, somehow reach out to them.
So I mean, like people with like chickens and things like that, or
People maybe who, make jams or.
Some like off-grid living.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of
stoves.
those there are, but
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Marissa seems to know something about that. And I don't know if you guys know any other farms that I don't know about. I mean, think about it, we can think about it. And I've wondered about, there's a company, Green Site. They're a landscaping and tree work
they're from Southwick.
company. Yeah,
Okay.
and
I know where Tynick is.
yeah, Tynick is here.
Tynick's on
Wait, is Green Site
Cannery.
in Southwick? But in any case, I mean, they're landscaping, tree companies, and you could say, well, is that a farm?
They're arborists.
But they're arborists, and in this MDR magazine that I've been quoting. Why can't I find it? Nurseries, greenhouses, and garden centers are the single largest segment of the farming agricultural business in the state.
Hmm.
So,
Maybe even IBS. Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply, well, you know, and I'm thinking, I've, Greenside has done some work at my house, you know, taking down trees and grinding the stumps and so on. They have some pretty cool equipment.
Oh, yeah.
I think especially kids might like. They had their stump grinder is radio controlled.
That's
So the
cool.
guy stands there and thing goes back and forth.
Well, That's pretty neat.
So we could consider those.
Where would we set them up?
Yeah, that's a good,
Or at their, I mean, Tyneck, you could go there.
yeah,
It's also farming related because they used to have all the Jamaicans live there.
right, right. So,
What about Wally?
yeah, well,
Or is this? He has that big like retreat he does every year. And that's what
yeah,
last year he couldn't do it because of that.
right. I wondered when his big thing is this year. It might be this, you know,
It's probably the same every year.
third Sunday of August, but we'll see.
I never know. Some people change.
Yeah. And then volunteers, I've reached out to the National Honor Society and Marianne Margiotta is all in.
Cool.
He just, I told her we're gonna need even more volunteers than last year.
We're competing with Inga too.
Yeah, that's true. And then, Tom, any further information on Pope Francis? Anything concrete there?
Nothing yet. I'll talk to
Okay.
Andrew and make sure we reach out to I think it's the theology teacher that is really the driver behind that. So I'll confirm with him.
Sure, that's okay. I mean, no. I don't want to say no pressure because it's coming. but
No,
it's not
some of
like-
it might be word of mouth, you
Has
know,
to be
just
tomorrow.
through Andrew and some kids he knows. So
Mhm.
I'll chat with him.
Yeah, okay. That's good. St. Mary's, Dan is the contact there, and I don't know if he's talked to them yet. And in terms of the surrounding towns, obviously are Westfield, Granville, maybe Blandford, Tolland, that's getting a little bit out there, but they're part of the school system.
Yeah, I would say Talent because they
Yeah.
own the school system.
And Granby, Connecticut and Suffield, Connecticut, and not that we would have people go to Tolland, but like Granville Scoop, you know, could they come here and participate in some way? And also, next page, I listed some of the publicity. And if they're, you know, we can get on their web pages, their Facebook pages, you know, whatever.
I know in
And
the
I wonder-
past sorry.
Go ahead.
I know in the past we mentioned like putting up flyers for volunteers. Is that something that we could do? Maybe, I don't know if we wanted to go as far as doing that.
Yeah.
Local
have-
areas.
Could we do that and have like a volunteer sign up page on our website?
Yeah.
Good idea too.
You could put up a
Like
flyer, put a QR code on it.
I
Yeah,
was just
drop-
gonna say that's a good idea, yeah. It's easier, a lot of people are doing that. It's so much easier to,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, just a
Yeah.
thought.
Sage, we're making more work for you.
It's all good.
Could we put it on that the thing over in the center of town? Like
Yeah, the town crier
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep, definitely.
and at the dump.
We,
And the
we
dog.
just need we just need to have contact info, you know, like who do they reach out to?
I would just, if we could do it on our website, that'd be the easiest.
Yeah. And are we still talking about volunteers here?
Yeah.
I was talking volunteers, sorry.
okay,
Like
yeah,
having it as a volunteer opportunity is kind of like the headline.
Sure.
You know, submit form to whether it's the AgCom website, and I just like Sage, I can work with you to help figure out how do we do that, how do we allocate the volunteers and have it be everyone. You're right, that's like just our path, and then we can figure out who needs to be where when.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. And then, so we do the volunteer opportunities in, I don't know, June or something, and then we promote the actual day in July and August. You know, on the websites, I'm saying.
I don't mind being like a coordinator for the volunteers, like a person of contact, or because I'm used to leading a team at my job, and I can manage that kind of thing and try
Okay.
and corral
Yeah.
them and give them information and so
Not to,
like
not to be facetious, but you have 75 people on your team?
yeah, I know. Let's see, I got 30.
Oh, that's a good
No,
chunk.
not 75 total, but I don't mind,
Yeah,
Well,
I'm just
equip
kidding.
people with radios.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have a lot of online possibilities with our town website, our own website. And then there's EDC, Suffolk Land Trust, Granby Land Trust, Hilltown Land Trust, and I'm actually a member of both Granby and Hilltown. And I'm in touch with them from time to time. Our Facebook page, there's a Southwick community one, there's the Southwick Forum. Maybe we get on the surrounding towns websites and Facebook pages. I don't know about Instagram. I know you're still working on that for us.
I mean,
Sage, I don't know if
it's
other folks
it
have
is
Inst-
operational.
Mhm. Okay,
We just need pictures and throw them up, and it's fine now. It's just I'm using a different email because it just does not like the .gov. It's totally against it, even if I snick it in, it still doesn't like it. So I just
okay.
have it on my personal website. I made a special email just for it.
Oh. All right. Um,
So it's fully functional. We just got to put pictures on it.
sure.
I
Okay.
guess from a volunteer standpoint, Sage, is there any way to, if we know how many volunteers we need and they sign up, can we like block out, like if we fill up the morning or the first half, can that just block out that it's not available? I just don't want there to be some confusion where people want to volunteer at a certain time and it can't be accommodated or whatever. Is there a way to do that?
I mean, I guarantee there's definitely a way to do it. Now, can I learn that fast before this event? I do not know. I mean,
It was just a
alternative-
question. I don't know.
the-
Or we could
the
put
al-
just in the comments that, hey, subject to available spots, we may or may not be able to accommodate.
Well, I was thinking of, here's your first choice, here's your second choice, and then your third choice, if you're still willing to, even though it's something you don't want to do.
Are you flexible? Yes.
Yeah, are
First
you
choice,
flexible?
second choice, don't
Yeah.
care.
So, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
we
probably
can
the
do that.
easier way. If that's easier for you, that's the way to do it. I
Yeah.
agree, but it just might be helpful for those trying to volunteer. So if we're counting on them and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, now I can't do it.
I mean, I could do also maybe even put a counter next to the thing showing that we have volunteers so far for, first or second shift. And, they'll just see the tally on the site. I mean, at least that'd be something too. I just have to watch those emails daily.
Well, again, I don't want to make more work for you. You got enough going on, obviously. This is a volunteer role.
It's all
But
good.
I agree with you. I think if you did the first, second, and then flexible, we could
Yeah.
probably work through all of that without you having to manage it like daily.
Mhm.
I
And
think in my mind, sorry, Bert, that would
Sorry.
be preferable. I don't want you to be overwhelmed.
But if Zach was just saying, if we can get it running this year, then we have it, when we
Yeah.
have it for next year. So we'll see. That's a great idea. And we are definitely going to have that since we're going to allow farms this year to have varying hours. It's not all going to be open at the same time. So that is going to get to be tricky, I think.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. We'll see. So, and I say here, commissioners networks, that's all of us, other groups or clubs that you might be in, or just, friends, neighbors, family. Definitely be in touch with them. We all were last year, but just to reiterate, just to come to Open Farm Day
Mhm.
and if possible, volunteer for a couple hours, 3 hours. And for print stuff, we have flyers around town. Last year we did Southwoods, an article and an ad, Penny Saver reminder, Westfield News, article and ads, the Go Local magazine. Well, speaking of Go Local, I just, the recent one that came out was, their wedding issue for May. And remember last time we were talking about the thank you signs? And is there some way to personalize them? And we said, boy, how about calligraphy? And is there a calligraphy? Well, guess what? There's an ad for a person in Westfield who does calligraphy.
There you go.
So we'll check that out and see if Mary Beth Reed, see if Mary Beth can help us on our signs. Go Local. And then there's relatively new that at least as far as I know, there's this new Westfield City Lifestyle magazine. We could consider, trying to get a story in there or, run an ad and or both. The Council on Aging has their monthly messenger newsletter. We didn't do that last year. The Republican, I don't think we did anything in the Republican last year, and that's probably much more expensive in terms of ads.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then there's a Yankee Flyer. I don't know how much readership that gets, but we could consider it.
Went out to New York and get some more New Yorkers.
Yeah. Maybe we could advertise it in New Yorker magazine. That only costs $100,000, whatever.
It's only money.
Yeah. And our sponsors last year, we all know, High Standard Transportation, Terra Americana, The Launch, College Highway Insurance, Sonicron, Westfield Bank, Mason, somebody named Kolb and Gibbs, Chris Gerard, B&E Tool, Dan's company, BCA Animal Hospital, a donation of $20, and Brass Rails. And I came to 1505. Now things, I'm just kind of guessing, even the places we ran ads last year may be more expensive. And if we expand places we're running ads or, boosting Facebook pages, that kind of thing, we may need more sponsors. Either get these existing sponsors to, kick it up a notch or get some more sponsors. So
Well, we can always promote sponsorship. We can always ask for it. It's especially on our website now. We're looking for sponsors for this event. You love this event, and trust me, you'll love the advertising we do. Come sign up and donate.
Yeah.
We need your money.
See what we did last year? Okay, so now we're
You can even attend. It's free.
Or volunteer.
Or volunteer. It's free too.
Yep.
So this list is basically me trying to organize myself. And therefore, and by doing that, hopefully help you guys get organized as well. And
I just had something. to add.
sure,
Does anyone have any farms that they could reach out to that are maybe on this list that nobody's reached out to yet? Cause you said that you reached out to Firefly Field and Arnold.
and they said yes. They all
And
said yes.
the Historical Society.
Yeah, they said yes. Haven't heard back from Calabrese. Cowards, I'm pretty sure they'll be in. Who I don't really hear back from is Solex.
And the 413B is owned by Solar.
So, right, yeah,
It's at the same place, right?
Yeah.
yeah. And Inga's next door neighbor to Kleinview, so I'm sure she'll cover them.
I'm sure
but-
they'll be in.
But if we can think of,
Rough I.
yeah, Tom, hey, Tom, you think your father-in-law's gonna do it?
Well, he'll at this point be in Ireland, so it's gonna be
Oh,
on
that's right.
the
Oh.
kids and the grandkids.
That's
Did you do
right.
it?
But yes, we're still planning on
Okay,
Oh, cool.
participating. Yep.
I love those milkshakes. Come on now.
yeah,
And butter.
right.
I didn't
But
get either.
we got to think of new stuff though. Like you can't do the same stuff every year.
Right, right.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with milkshakes. I didn't get mine.
I didn't see you here.
I was a firefly. Stop almost being a copier.
Well, milkshakes are obviously something that everyone loves. We also actually went to, I think it's Hayes Farm in Granby, Connecticut.
Mhm.
So Richard Woodger took over that farm. So he's now doing dairy there.
Huh.
So that was where we actually got the milk from last year.
So why aren't we asking that farm to also be at this event?
So it's very well, yeah, I don't know the answer to that. Because if Richard's
They do.
running most of it, he
Oh,
like
yeah.
the rest of the farmers said it's like his busy season between haying and like right now trying to get corn in. We think he may come over this weekend to do the hay in the fields here. Since it's like 3 feet tall or so. So
Yeah.
he tends to come around, Memorial Day weekend. They're just so swamped. I don't think they could accommodate, and he actually bought it from whoever the Hayes family was. So I'm not sure there's enough people there to still accommodate, So we'll represent both Hayes Farm, and I have that in the video stream and all
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah.
Tom, they have all the goats too.
Yeah, they have goats. Yeah, that's I think that's what they're focusing on. They did sell, I think I don't know the exact number. I thought it was like 75 head of cattle for the milking for the dairy.
Yeah, they have goat milk too there.
They definitely do, absolutely. I mean, we I guess we could reach out. That's where my wife and Roger went down to and got the tour. The one thing I don't want to do is overburden, or stress them out to feel like there's an obligation,
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
I mean, I would say work as a neutral party and just say, do you think you're interested in the advertising and the exposure? If you got too much on your plate, you got too much. But I mean, it's an annual thing. It's not like they have to do it this year. They could also maybe set aside actual time for a commitment next time.
Volunteers too.
Yeah.
So
Maybe they
Yeah,
could
it's
just,
not like they're going to be taking all the weight on them.
maybe they could just put up a poster or like something educational at Byside Farm. Just to say like, oh, this is what the hay is used for.
Yep, I completely agree. We're happy to do that here. I just don't want it to create something that they're like, we'll have to talk to them. My father-in-law is very, and again, I'm speaking for him, which he probably wouldn't like as any father-in-law, but he's extremely concerned about the pressure all of the farmers are under on a day-to-day basis, especially during this prime season, I'll say. And he doesn't want, like literally even Bert, when we talked about going up there, well, I don't know, we'll have to talk how busy they are, but I would love really even here just to like Sage, like you're saying, have that linkage. Hey, look, there's other farms that, are an offshoot of where we are. And we could work with them, like you said, over the coming years. Maybe they get to the point where they're comfortable in hosting or participating. But hey, look, we provide hay, or they hay these fields. It goes to the Hayes Farm in Granby. It goes to the, Rockwood Farm in Granville, and that feeds the scoop. Like, what is this circle of hay, and emphasize that and market that and help them that way versus like having them feel like there's some obligation to participate, you know? I
Mhm.
think
Well,
it's,
Hayes,
Mm.
I think it's a
Hayes
couple
also
year
have-
process is my point.
they also have a farm stand though, which is always open, but I think it's like an on your honor farm stand.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well,
I mean,
Zach,
people,
maybe Zach, my wife and I could go down there and just chat with them. Hey, we're doing
yeah, I mean, it
this.
doesn't hurt to ask.
Sure.
Like, I don't even care if they want to give us some stuff and we could sell it, like,
I don't know if you can
or
legally
have
do
it,
that, but-
you know?
The only thing I'm concerned with, I just don't want,
Cold
I
foods.
don't
and
want
stuff.
farmers to think we're excluding them. That's all.
Licenses.
I think great ideas. So let's just bring it up and they may or may not want to do it this year. Maybe they do it next year. And we need to think about ourselves too. We had 8 farms, well, 8 places, including the historic. We don't want to go to 20,
No.
We
I think 10 would be good.
10 would be nice. 12 maybe.
Probably be stretching it a little, but yeah,
So
we don't wanna,
we just want
we
to,
don't wanna go too big, too
right,
fast.
exactly.
We'll have to increase our number
We'll,
count.
we'll add a couple states.
Well, and the great thing is the opportunity there is like if we're looking for something new at like my father-in-law's place, if we can leverage, hey, there's a goat farm that Rockwood is affiliated with now, and they sell goat milk products or whatever other products goats provide.
Yeah.
I would really love to leverage what Richard does without people having to take the 20 to 40-minute detour to get out to Granville.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what the future of farming is. Like Marissa, I don't know what she exactly talked about, Bert, but
Yeah.
He gets tipping fees for the no food waste state. He has the digester. Like, what are these cool things he's doing to help get through the challenges of being a farmer in the
Mhm.
in the 2010 plus time frame, right? And he's got to subsidize his costs somehow. And how does he do that? And these are the things they're looking at.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'll think about that because I mean I think that's fairly simple. We could put up a display of some sort that shows the future of farming in Western Mass potentially.
Yeah.
And Sage,
maybe.
happy to talk to you about more of your thoughts on how to leverage some of that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just dawning on me, maybe there's like a taste test. Okay, here's whole cow's milk.
Yeah, you could give it
Here's-
away.
Here's 2% cow's milk. Here's goat's milk. What do you think?
Well, maybe pasteurized, unpasteurized.
Right,
like,
yeah,
There's a
exactly.
whole
Yeah,
bunch
if
of
they
things you can
donate
get
it, we can
into.
give it away.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, that's, yeah.
We
I have a
definitely
lactose
did-
issue, so I'll be on the bottom.
Well, we definitely did have some pictures last year, if you recall, Bert, and probably not, but that we did have some pictures of Hayes Farm as well. We didn't have any of Rockwood, which I'll make sure I go up and get because,
Mhm.
like I said, I want to change it up a little bit and be able to talk more about not only what this farm was, how is it supporting agricultural and mass today.
Yeah. That's I think to bring that sort of educational piece. And have these other farms represented at your father-in-law's farm, that
That'd be great.
to
Yeah.
me seems like a great idea. That could be and would be a good draw, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have much else other than some farm equipment and open
Yeah.
fields.
Well, if you can do the hayride again.
The hayride was.
Yeah, we'll do the red. I
And the
think
little
people really like the little mini skewers with the pepperoni.
I was just gonna say that,
cheese.
yeah.
I didn't get one. I don't know. What about Mike Petruska and Sue Braskus farm?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, is that,
It's
I
interesting.
don't
We
know
have
what
the
they-
Banishes right
they're
next
always-
door to us.
Where's that farm?
We have the
Right
Banishes.
on the hillside,
Oh,
you know what Cosell is?
Yeah.
It's like right at the very top.
we'll find out. Sorry, what were you saying, Tom? Sorry.
No, I was just saying we have the Banishes next, or a Banish next to us. So they have like apple trees that they still maintain. He's out there. I can hear the farm all now. Still, he's like plowing and wheel harrowing and getting it ready. But he literally hand seeds. Like he uses very like old. I'll call it historical techniques of planting his stuff. He does corn. He has blueberry plants.
Does he have chickens too?
No.
No, okay, because there was a Banish at our succession planning workshop a few months ago. There was a Larry Banish, I think it
There's
was.
a lot of banishes.
Yeah, and he has, I think he said 800 chickens.
In Southwick?
Yeah.
Where?
Might
Well,
be
that
West-
the
might-
Banish I'm talking about is Westfield because it's like the
Oh,
other way.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
they're all pretty much connected.
yeah, oh, sure.
Oh, it's same family guaranteed, but like it's just interesting because he's out there, and my father-in-law always laughs like their farm-alls. He leaves them out in the weather year round, and he goes out there every year, turns the key, and they run, and they
That's a good
and they
testament
push
to their
on,
quality.
and they do everything, and like you never know they were red at one point. They look rusty, you know, whereas Rogers are all garaged and you know.
Yeah,
But,
doesn't pay to
you
build
know,
a
it
garage.
just proves that they're bulletproof, you know.
Awesome. What about Jessica's farm?
Yeah. The tobacco, and she's a new tobacco
Right.
farmer.
That's very close to us, I
Right, yeah.
believe. That's off Laro, right?
Yeah, it's like on the corner there or something.
Yeah, so literally I see them like plowing, wheel harrowing, cutting the grass.
Yep.
They redid the barn roofs, the long tobacco barn roofs this year.
Well, they work with the Arnolds too.
Yeah, they rent land.
Yeah, they rent from the Arnolds. I think all those fields on North Long Yard
She was
are
with me at the Arnolds last year.
Hmm.
And her husband.
So, yeah. Well, if we add the farms and the people we just were talking about in this past 10
Yeah.
minutes or whatever, we'll be good.
Yeah, I'll figure out a way to integrate like with Rogers more of a story of how like you know Rockwood and you know Hayes Farm kind of ties in. How even though we're not a working farm, we're still supporting working farms.
Right.
Yeah. You're part of that cycle of milk, did
Yeah,
you say?
and,
Cycle of
and
hay?
why it's important for the community, and then what are the you know I'll probably have to talk to Richard and see if he cares, but see if I could get some pictures and you know do a little story of what he's been able to figure out in his time. I mean, if you could get Richard to ever talk, the guy's amazing.
Yeah,
Mid to late 70s, what he's done for agriculture in Massachusetts and all these farmers is just mind-boggling.
yeah.
Does the Historical Society do anything about recording this type of history, like as it's happening?
I
think they should.
don't know that.
Yeah,
My father-in-law relayed to me that Richard, so there's the ability of farmers to like go to the state and show their profit and loss and get reimbursed for losses, like so that they're a break even and they can stay in business.
yeah,
Other states around Mass were doing this way back. I think this is way back. Mass wasn't. Richard was the person who led that for Massachusetts to get that approved, you know, and he's our neck of the woods, you know, like it wasn't someone from Eastern Mass chasing money. It was Richard advocating for agriculture and making sure people could make a good living on it or make a living on it without worrying, you know, year to year going out of business. I mean, those are some of the things that I think would be really cool to portray from our small, you know, town or tri-town area, I guess I'd say.
Be good to capture this
it
history.
sure would. Maybe he would do a presentation for the
Interview
historical
or something, yeah.
But that's, I mean, I'll bring it up with them, but.
Gotta be in the winter.
That's fine. I think we have a lot going on now anyway, so.
Yeah, we sure do. In winter, right. Yeah, like a nice day in January, would be good.
Yeah, we're usually pretty slow then.
I don't know, we weren't last year.
True.
Yeah, we have our forum in January. So
Oh, right,
Yeah.
so maybe December. Right around Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, it's busy then.
So,
We get it
Okay,
all
this
done
is-
at the craft fair.
well, this is awesome, you guys, as always. I'm appreciative and I don't want to say surprised because you're all so good, but well, it's good, great input every meeting. It's really great. So,
So Bert, can I ask just like,
sure.
before we conclude, do you mind sending a quick summary of who the action, like what actions were and who has those? Even if we have to come back and say, oh, I didn't hear that or whatever, but just so we can, remember, especially me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think
For me.
I was taking notes on it for the minutes anyway, so I can send that
Okay,
out.
so. Angie's got that. I've been
All right,
taking
that's
notes
great.
like all over like 4 different pieces of paper here.
yeah, I just want to make sure I don't forget to do something I'm supposed to do
Yeah, no, we can definitely. do
before
that.
it's too late.
And just had it all colorized and
Yeah,
everything.
right.
It's also being recorded.
Well,
That's
that's
true too.
I don't know if I could actually watch myself though.
I know. And speaking of that kind of thing, we actually do have minutes of our April 24th.
We have to approve them.
Work session. There should be,
Oh,
he's
okay.
here and it should be in your email, Tom and Jen and Sage.
Can we cover that at an official meeting or no? I didn't have a chance to look at it.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, my thought is, and it doesn't work out this way. My thought is that we should do work session minutes at work sessions and regular meeting minutes at regular meetings.
Okay.
But if you'd like to do this, next time, that's fine. If you haven't had a chance to.
I just didn't have a chance to look at them. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
don't want to hold up everyone. I could just abstain, but I don't know if that messes up the quorum.
Well, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. I didn't have any edits to the minutes, really. I had a couple of comments. In-person market,
Angie doesn't make too many mistakes, so.
well, that is true. Well, we said, the 24th meeting, deadline for farms to sign up is the end of June, so just to put that out there. A mailing going out to all 61A properties, which we did, Marissa did last year. I'm not clear on whether she committed to that for this year.
Well, we're teaming up with the Land Trust and EDC, right?
Right.
Yeah,
She
So,
said she would co-sponsor, so if we ask her, I'm sure she'll.
Yeah,
come in.
we could put that on her plate.
yeah,
I don't know if she has the money for the postage, but, because if we do it from town hall, that gets covered, right?
right. Yeah, I think
We have to spend that budget.
well, true. I think it went through town hall last year, I'm pretty sure.
But she can't do it through town hall from the Land Trust.
Well, no, that's true.
So she could give it to us. and we
Yeah.
could do it.
We could do it. Right. Yeah, we'll work that out. But anyway, yeah, let's catch up on our minutes, next regular meeting.
I
Which,
can peek at them, but Bert, I can't, like, when were the minutes sent?
I couldn't find them in my email for some reason.
I'm trying to peek.
I
as
couldn't find
well.
them either.
okay, I got it from Angie yesterday, maybe, or today, and then I sent them to you guys. Like at 5 o'clock or something.
Oh,
So-
today.
You should have just.
Today they were?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, hold on.
So let's do it next time. Get a little bit more organized. He said, talking to himself. because we actually have a few sets of minutes that we'll need to look at.
Yeah, we can just have them all in one big lump sum.
Cindy has a couple she's working on. So,
Still don't see them. I'm looking at the last 2 hours. You got the open farm materials was one email and the other
Okay.
was the open farm initial list.
yeah. Oh, no minutes?
I didn't
that
see
might be-
any.
Unless I'm missing something, I'm
Or maybe
looking at
that's-
my attachments in here.
Yeah,
I'm looking
Literally not a big deal. I just didn't see them in any of the
Yeah,
attachments.
maybe that's my mistake.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't see him either.
okay, well, we'll get those together and send them
Well,
out.
Bert, I appreciate your plan for having them reviewed at the next meeting. That was excellent planning on your part.
Okay.
Good call. We're over,
Okay.
over
Yeah.
8 o'clock, so we could review at the next meeting.
Very true.
Good planning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I appreciate your support. Um, Okay, well, let's have a motion to adjourn
Motion to adjourn.
and a second.
Second,
Okay,
Aye.
all's in favor? Aye.
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 Hey.
Thanks,
Have a
everyone.
good
All
night.
right, thank you, everyone.